Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another Optc video, and in today's video, we're hopping back into Heavenly Demon 2, utilizing a double versus Akainu team. So that's the team, those are the supports, let's dive in. Now, the only really noticeable support, or essential support, is actually the ADMIRAL, the one that came out with versus Akainu. ADMIRAL was sort of built for the verse Ace, but his support works very, very nicely on versus Akainu. I'm a big fan of that batch. I think they just designed that batch incredibly well, and I hope moving forward they actually continue that. But like I said, in today's video, we are rocking a mono-driven team, and we are taking on Heavenly Demon 2. Another thing to note is we do need poison sockets for this team to function, and if you actually have your treble limit break keyed, you don't actually need to stall as much as I do. Now, we do stall for like 1 turn to actually get treble special ready to go, but with his limit break key, he actually gets 4 turns of cooldown reduction. Other supports we do have on this particular team, we are rocking the Mr. 1 support on our Croc. I don't think that's essential at all, as you can still do the actual content the same way that I do it. It's just nice to get that chain buff, but once we hit stage 3, we come up against Monet, and this is where the content starts to get a bit tricky. Monet blinds all of our crewmates for 1 turn after sockets, and on the second turn, like on her second attack, she will actually give us like 6 turns of blind. So you really want to take her out on the second turn, but with Barrier Pen and Akainu, we shouldn't have too many issues there. On to the next stage, we come up against Virgo. Now, Virgo's annoying because you can't actually use a orb buff on this particular stage, but he does put up 2 turns of defense up too. So this is where utilizing our Akainu special would be great, but because he does a big bunch of damage as we enter, he actually gets that burn mechanic that Akainu is so renowned for. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch with our Bardo Cavendish here. Bardo and Cavendish can actually give us an orb buff, so that way we can actually use our friend Akainu to actually remove, like, to give ourselves a chain lock. You can actually use your Akainu to remove the defense up with the ADMIRAL support, but because we switch with Bardo Cavendish, we don't have to worry about him triggering that interrupt when you put an orb boost up. Moving on to the next stage, we come up against Caesar Clan. Now against Caesar Clan, it gives us 5 turns of special blind, so that's why Stampede Buggy is so damn good for this particular fight, as he can remove that and give us the full board of orbs, as our captain is a driven type. We're then just going to basically rely on the orb buff that we can get from our Bardo Cavendish switch ability, and we can actually just take out Caesar Clan easy peasy here. Make sure you are switching the Cavendish there. You do need that color affinity, and you do want that orb boost to actually take out Caesar. Once he dies, he gives you 2 turns of paralysis, but with Buggy, we can remove that thanks to his amazing Sailor ability. On to the next stage, we come up against Pika. Pika has another 2 turns of defense up. He is a Dex unit, and he gives you a chain coefficient reduction. Now, if you don't use a chain lock on this stage, he will give you a very annoying chain lock for the rest of the fight. So this is why utilizing our Akainu special with the support of ADMIRAL can basically remove the defense up, give us a chain lock, give us an orb buff, and then with the versatility of Akainu, we can turn all those orbs into matching and give ourselves a conditional boost, and it just works really, really nicely. Now on this stage, I like to try and use all of my orbs, that way, because when we move on to the next stage against Treble and Sugar, we're getting a full board of Dex orbs anyway. Now normally on this particular stage, they make Dex orbs unfavorable, but thanks to the versatility of Akainu, we don't have to worry about that because we actually already have an orb buff. Ideally on this turn, you actually want to switch into Bardo, but it doesn't matter too much as you should still have the damage. With the Bardo and Cavendish special, we can give ourselves a threshold as well as a 2.25 times attack boost to our driven units, and that way we can easily take out Sugar. On to the next turn, we are going to just use our normal attacks here and actually take out Treble, as we still do have the versatility of Akainu live. He does attack us and puts the burn mechanic on himself. That way we have the 1.75 times conditional boost, and that way we can actually easily take him out on the next turn, even with like no matching orbs and a Dex character. That extra like conditional boost actually just gives us enough damage to take him out easy peasy. Moving on to stage 8 now, we come up against Gladius, Mark Weiss, and Senor Pink. So against these 3, they are going to put up 5 turns of damage reduction. Senor Pink also has like some sort of counter mechanic, and they do a HP cut as well as 1 turn of paralysis on entry. Because they do a HP cut, you know what that means, we actually get the burn mechanic, which means we can then use the verse ability of our Verse Akainu to give ourselves a conditional boost, and then we can remove the damage reduction with Croc. Now, because we have 3 strength units on the team, we get an orb buff, an orb boost to our strength, to our psi, and our quick unit. So we need to make sure that we switch back into Cavendish. We get that chain buff mechanic, which is quite nice, but don't use an orb boost, an orb rotation on this particular stage, as you'll need to reload the game. I actually totally forgot that ship specials actually count towards that. So we actually just have to reload here. Orb buff for our Croc, we can actually, from our Croc, we can actually take out this pretty much this entire stage easy peasy. Now, if you do have your treble limit break keyed, you can easily just decimate this whole stage in one turn. And that way you can just keep moving on. But because I don't have my treble limit break keyed, it's like the first time I've used him since forever. And I just don't really have the limit break materials to spare right now. He does get 4 turns of cooldown, so it is a good limit break key if you really want to do it. But it's really not essential for this particular fight. You can actually use this time to actually farm up some more strength decks and quick orbs. And that way we can get our versatility of Akainu back. Moving on to the Diamante stage now, he has end of turn damage and he special blinds us for 5 turns once again. But it really doesn't matter here because we're just going to use one of the versabilities of Akainu. Actually, no, we're just going to hit with our normal attacks, sorry. We've already got the versatility live. We're actually just going to hit with normal attacks, and thanks to the switchability of Bardo Cavendish giving themselves an orb buff, we can actually just take out Diamante easy peasy. So that stage actually gets absolutely destroyed. Moving on to the final stage against the Dophies now. They are going to basically be immune to everything except for defense down, which means that we can actually get that burn mechanic of Akainu popping off. We're going to remove the special blind thanks to our buggy. And that way we can actually rotate all those block orbs into matching orbs as well. We can remove the defense up with our treble, giving ourselves a 2x attack boost as this is a mono-driven team. We can use our Akainu special as well to give us a full board of quick orbs, a 3x chain lock or a 3.25. Can't remember if Dophi actually wipes away your buffs, but it's somewhere between a 3 to a 3.5 times chain lock. Nevertheless, there's enough damage. And then with the versatility, we can not only give ourselves the conditional boost that Akainu can provide, but we can also turn all of those quick orbs into favorable orbs, which is really, really nice. Finally, we're just going to switch into Bardo. That way, we just don't have to worry about having another quick unit. And it works very, very nicely. With that, we just have so much damage output for this particular stage that even though we are only using like 3 strength units, which honestly is enough, having at least 3 strength units on a team when taking on Dophi 2 is usually what you want to be targeting for, as you do still need quite a lot of damage output to take down both the Dophies, as they both do have quite a significant HP pool. But thanks to Akainu's amazing kit, we can basically take this entire stage out. So that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go in there and belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the OPTC content, hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later!